Good evening, everybody. Welcome to an edition of Sky Blue Fans TV. Wow, what a lovely Easter weekend it's been. Plenty of chocolate eating, I'm sure, but the main event was Friday night, of course, when we absolutely, I thought we win convincingly against Derby. 3-2 sounds a bit close, but I think we were in control. And even though they're a good side, they got a dodgy penalty, didn't they? But yeah, another 3 points in the bag. We march on to Hull on Monday night. And we're getting ever closer to that line. We can see it on the horizon. Just a matter of just winning our games and hoping the others are hopefully drop points and we can win it as quick as possible. Right, we've got a full team tonight. We've got a special guest, Scott, as well. We're going to speak to him in a moment. Let's bring the team in, shall we? Milesy, good evening.
Good evening, everybody.
Have a nice Easter, yeah?
Yes. Brilliant weekend. Brilliant. Yeah, brilliant. Still recovering from Friday night, to be honest.
I'm sure you are. I've seen a video of your party down at Dylan's. It looked really brilliant. Looked good.
Oh, yeah, it was good. It was
good. Yeah, it's brilliant. I mean, everybody's in a special mood when your team wins on a Friday night ahead of everybody else, and it just puts you in such a good mood, doesn't it? Really good.
Yeah, so, I thought I was never getting out of there, Ken.
No,
I thought I was never. No, it was enough.
It looked good. It looked fantastic. Claudio, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are
you? What's happened to his hair? Where's it all gone? Where's it all gone?
That's a new style. Yeah, you've got rid of all that grey hair.
This is my Premier League haircut. You're going to Premier League, you're going to look smart. Let's get it done.
God, so, hey, I tell you what, it takes 10 years off him, Ken.
I tell you what, you look a lot younger. You really do.
It does. I mean, it really does.
You do.
Yeah, I got it this morning. I looked like the mad professor from Back to the Future. I thought, I've got to get it cut this morning. So I did, but yeah. And then I went to Greens, went to see Craig Peed. He's still buzzing from the other night.
So
brilliant.
Yeah. And he's saying he got complaints. He says, not because it was a bad evening, because not enough people knew about it. Yet we advertised it everywhere. So it just shows, doesn't it?
A lot of people don't. Yeah, I can't believe people missed it because we advertised it on socials all the time, didn't we? So some people obviously walk around with their eyes closed or don't pay attention, but we certainly did a lot of advertising. So
yeah, there'll be another one soon.
Yeah, another one coming up. Vicky, good evening.
Evening, Ken. You all right?
Yeah, I bumped into you in the car park, didn't I?
Yeah, Chippy Ken having his chippy tea.
I thought I'll park him out of the way. Nobody's going to notice me. Eat my chip back. And Vicky comes and taps on the window. Oh, hello, Vic.
Oh, did you mention a chip batch?
I did, yes.
Oh wow! Do you know what? You can get a free chip batch if you come to this.
Yeah. No payment required. If you that.
Good thing, Miles.
There you go. There's only. I'm being serious though. The reason I quickly put this up: 14 tickets left. That's it. So don't miss out. Get your tickets now. Go into the description. The link is in there. It's also on our Facebook and X as well. There you go.
Well, we'll remind you later on again in the show about that. But yeah, get your tickets. Don't be disappointed because it's going to be a full house. Let's bring Scott in then. Good evening, Scott. Our guest tonight. How are you, mate?
I can't hear Ken for some reason.
Oh, can't hear Ken.
Oh. No.
Oh, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you, Lyle. I can't hear Ken.
Oh, that's fine then. Don't worry about Ken. Then that's fine. Don't worry about it.
A lot of people don't know listening.
Don't know what's happened there.
I heard we were all right behind the scenes. We were okay, weren't we?
Cloudy, you might have to take over.
So he said you're all right behind the scenes.
Yeah. I can't. Behind the scenes, I could hear Ken rummaging around, and then as soon as he started the live, just cut him off. Can't hear him now.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Oh, wait.
That's strange. Well, Claudio can ask you a couple of questions about how you come to support the Sky Blues then.
Scott,
Yeah.
Scott, as the away fans would say, who are you? Who are you? Who are you?
So, yeah, my name's Scott. I'm a huge Cov fan. My dad brought me up as a Cov fan. He was a Cov fan for ages. And yeah, I work as in the field technician role, dealing with concrete. And yeah, that's me really. And I've just been a huge Cov fan. You probably see me around wearing a Jester hat with the away games, but
yeah.
I have actually, yeah.
Yeah, I've been in a few of your mate Lee's videos as well.
Ken just said he's seen you as well because you can't hear him.
Yeah. I saw Ken Sheffield United away, sat on the coach.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
I went past him, all three of us went past him.
Yeah.
Was he eating chips?
No, I was speaking to the driver, I think.
Are you from Coventry then originally? Are you?
Yeah. I'm from Alsley.
Oh, right, that's where Vicky lives.
Yeah. From Alsley.
Good
Nice
end of
part of
town.
town.
Favourite memory apart from the last? Because I can tell by your age you've been around a bit. So how? What's your favourite?
Well, not as long as you, mate. Not as long as you.
What's your
Claudio's
favourite?
got 40 years on me.
Oh, no. What's your favourite memory? Favourite memories apart from the most recent, because they're too obvious. So anything that sticks out from your youth, eh?
Enjoyed the semi-final of the FA Cup when Chelsea beat us when it was a sold-out stadium.
Oh, the quarter final at the
that was a great game. That was. Obviously, the playoff final was great. Even the Man United semi-final, that was great and all.
Yeah, do you remember what Doyle said, Miles, about that quarter final against Chelsea where they never touched the ball?
Say that again.
The quarter final against Chelsea, Doyle was talking about it, wasn't he? Saying how they never touched the ball.
Yeah, because we said about you must have played along against Lampard, and he goes, yeah, couldn't get anywhere near him. Couldn't get anywhere near him. Brilliant.
Okay, go on.
No, back to you.
Yeah,
Ken.
okay.
It's going to be weird for Scott that he can't hear. Unless Scott logs in and out again, and it might be okay then. Do you want to try that, Scott?
Yeah, sure. I'll log in back out. Okay, no problem.
Yeah, try that.
Yeah.
We'll start by just talking about the team selection and from Friday, Miles.
What, did we have a game?
Yeah, we had a little game, didn't we? A little game.
Do you know what? Do you know what though? What could you? Who could pick that team? I mean, come on, who could really pick that team the other night? I mean, you got players coming back from international break and everything. There's no way on this earth that you could, you could pick the. Oh, he's gone again. That you could pick that team. And when you see the team sheet come out, you probably thought Liam Kitchen definitely. You probably thought, yes, De Silva would start because he's only played for Wales. So, it ain't exactly fast-paced like we play, is it, playing for Wales? So, he's he ain't going to get a sweat up there, is he, when he plays for them? So, bit like the first game for the England team. They didn't put up a sweat. But so the back line, you probably thought, that is probably the easiest formation or players to pick. But then you go into the left wing position and he picks SA and you think, okay, this is different. And Eccles, well, Radoni's come back from injury. I thought he would have probably thrown Radoni straight in, but as he said, he asked him if he could play 30 minutes and he went, I could play longer. So maybe he should have started Radoni. But then your striker, obviously Hadji was a touch and go and he's gone with Sims. So yeah, it was weird. It was weird, but it sort of worked. I'm still on the fence about SA. I'm one of those. I'm not too sure at the moment. But yeah, look, what could he do? So that's what we're talking about, team selection. So what could he do? That's probably what he could have done. And he did it.
Yeah.
So There you go.
I would probably have gone for the Wolf instead of Kitchen, maybe, but that's just they're very similar players, aren't they? You know, I mean,
Yeah.
there's not a lot between them. SA, I was quite surprised at. The only problem I got with SA, and I'm sure everybody's the same, he's got brilliant skill, great skillful player, but he just tries to do too much. He gives the ball away and he puts you in trouble, and then you're under pressure.
Yeah, that's the main problem with Eze.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
He just does it too much, and we lose possession most of the time.
yeah, we all know he's a skillful player. You know, great skillful player, but you know, he just gives the ball away in silly positions, and then he just puts the whole team under pressure. And before you know it, you know, they've got a chance down the other end, and which, you know, sometimes we're lucky to get away with. But yeah, you're right. I mean, considering the international break, there's not a lot he could have done with the team. I thought we expected a few changes. Obviously, Lampard weren't even in the squad, nor was Asante, was he either? So you know, hopefully they might be back for Monday. You never know.
Well, I don't think Asante will be back for Monday because he was in Leamington today, so he obviously ain't travelled. So I don't think you got that right, because they would have been on their way to Hull today.
Yeah, they would have gone. Yeah, Cloudy, did he say anything? Why he was?
Yeah, a nice little chat. I say, Brandon's great. He's always got time to chat, and he's always smiling, always happy. Really, really, really buzzing he is at the minute. And I asked him how he felt, and he said he feels fine, but they're being a bit cautious with him. But he was training this morning with the team, and he looked like he'd got a sweat on. So who knows? But he, I think, got some sort of meal deal from Gales. The cafe. I did have a little peep at what he had. I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was great. It was great. I had the photo. It's really funny though, because I said I bumped into Milan last week. I
was about to say that's the second player you bumped into the last couple of days, isn't it?
Well, in between Stephen Presley, so that was another one. It's just yeah.
Is it true though? He said, isn't it true that he stopped you and said, "Excuse me, you Claudio from Sky Blue Fans TV can have a picture with you"?
Correct. Yes. No. But what was interesting, I did say, I help, I'm part of the team, Sky Blue Fans TV, and he gave a look to say, he did say he knows it. So that's quite interesting. So if you're watching, Brandon, I think you're top player.
You can see me better. 1 second.
Oh, Scott's off.
Hey, up, we're moving. Hey, up, we're doing Blair Witch Project.
We're
going outside.
Everything's falling down here.
What's going on
Blair
here?
Witch Project. Here we go.
It's like he's doing a deal in Dublin, Homes Under the Hammer or something. What do you think?
That's better.
But he's buzzing. He's buzzing. He looks fit, and who wouldn't be? Who wouldn't be? Anybody part of our team now? They've got to be buzzing, haven't they?
Oh yeah, without a shadow of doubt. He'd be gutted that he missed out on Friday, wouldn't he? Knowing him, because he always wants to be involved in that sort of plays, and he has always got a smile. You're right. He has always got a smile on his face, isn't he? Wherever he's in any videos or anything, pictures, he's always smiling, even when he wasn't in the team. So yeah, fantastic player for us. Anyway, let's get on to the first half then, Claudio.
Mm-hmm.
It was all right, wasn't it? It was all right.
I'll tell you what, we started the game, and I said to Luca, this is a great start. We've started really well. I said, we've just got to get a goal now. We've had plenty of the ball. Let's get a quick goal. Let's get going. And then, of course, we score a wonderful goal, brilliantly made by, Nyeku started it and finished it. It was absolutely superb.
Yeah.
And what kind of disappointed me in that first half is then we basically didn't go for the kill straight away. We stepped off the pace. We allowed Derby to get the ball. And when that happens, our midfield looks wide open because you only got 3 in there. Yeah. And we were trying to work out what we were doing. And we'd noticed that SA was coming further back. And it looked like we had a 4-4-2 at one stage. And I've just felt that first half, the goal they scored was poor, really, when you look back on it.
I'm not sure about.
I did feel like it was coming. be honest. Although they didn't really create a lot, I just thought they had the ball too much. And when you give it any team in the Championship the ball for that length of time, they will create a chance. And they did, and they scored from it. And it was poor defending, 3 players letting run past him, got the cross in, and then Kitchen and De Silva were holding hands, weren't they, at the far post? You got a guy like Diaz flying in; he ain't going to miss if he sniffs that and scores. It was a good goal, really. And the guy who crossed the ball in, as I said last season, and then he scored against us, possibly the worst defender I've ever seen.
How did we allow that far forward? That's the question.
Yeah, but what I loved about it was the crowd was still behind the team, because we can all sense it now. And yeah, to be honest, I was relieved the half-time whistle came, because I thought we can't concede another one now, because it felt like we were going to go into, actually. So you've got to be careful. It's do the right things, basically. When we took the lead, we should have controlled the game a bit more.
That goal, the first goal from Frank the Tank, good goal, or some people say a cross, but when I've looked back at it, too much power for a cross, wasn't it there?
That's a goal. That's a shot.
It's
Without shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, without doubt.
Yeah. You can tell by the way he's looking. He's not even looking across. He's hits it first time, and it's one of those. It goes in, or it hits the corner flag, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think maybe the keeper, if he'd have gone with his other hand, he might have got closer to it, but he was taken by surprise. I think the keeper stood there waiting for a cross, isn't he? So he's been caught out.
Yeah.
I think if Rushy lets that in, we'd be disappointed, wouldn't we, from there?
We would, to be honest, yeah. But, it's great. It's great to see him get his first goal for the club, wasn't it?
The roar was so loud, wasn't it? So loud in the ground. Incredible.
Yeah. Even down our end, Vicky, it was loud, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think the Sky must have turned the cameras down, the volume down, because when I watched the match back on the TV, it sounded like really subdued, and in the ground it was bouncing. So I don't know that they're trying to make out that we're not very noisy. I think.
Yeah, it was. It was bouncing. I mean, it was brilliant. The atmosphere was fantastic. It really was. Did you feel Derby? Obviously, you said 1-1. I mean, Derby. We let Derby back into the game, really. Did you feel the goalkeeper Rushworth was at fault for their equaliser, because he seemed to be in sort of no man's land when that cross come in, but I don't think he expected the cross to come in, to be honest, did he? Claudia.
Oh, me? I thought that's
yeah,
Vicky.
Sorry.
Ask Vicky, because I'm looking at the comments.
Yeah, I'll come to it. Go on, Vic. What do you think about that equaliser?
No, I think he probably was disappointed. He didn't claim it, but I don't think you could put any blame on him. I think the blame is there was not enough pressure on the bloke crossing. There was 3 people that could have done better there, and then there's not enough. No one was thinking about Diaz coming in at the far post of Kitchen and De Silva both. So there's 5 players there that could have all done better, and I think Rushworth probably was disappointed in himself. But I think that's because he strikes me as someone that's very self-critical of his performance and wants to be the best all the time. But I don't think that that's on him at all. I think. And
to be honest, he made a good save shortly after that. When
that's
clean through, brilliant save to keep us in. Otherwise, they would have gone in at half time 2-1 up.
Well, so me and Kev were like, "Oh dear," thinking that's what was going to happen, and then he pulled off a save, and that's all he could do, isn't it? And that's what he's all about. And it could have been a different game if they'd have gone in 2-1, couldn't it? Really, it just changes the whole dynamic. We needed to get to half time 1-1 because we just had lost our way a little bit, and we were like getting in at half time 1-1 just enabled us to go again, and we knew we had enough. It just was we had to reset again, I think.
Yeah. Scott, what did you think of that first half then? It was all right, wasn't it? Good first half.
Yeah, it weren't too bad. I mean, I thought De Silva got, the ball kept on going down his lane all the time, which you expect anyway. And obviously he was at fault for the first goal, him and Kitchen. But, because he played 2 games in international, I thought Lampard would have played Bidwell.
Yeah.
Which would have been a better shout, because I thought De Silva looked knackered most of the game. And I thought, we needed somebody else stronger over, where De Silva was to bully their attackers, to be honest. But I thought Derby had a game plan and they did all right. They, I didn't know what we were doing in the middle for their defender to run through.
Yeah.
to then cross the ball in the goal into Diaz. I ain't got a clue how that happened.
No.
We were just a bit lackadaisical at times.
Yeah.
But
But
you ain't going to be
great goal
perfect
from-
all the game here.
No, that's right. You can't be perfect all the time. But great goal from Frank, wasn't it, to open his account for the club? That
Yeah,
first-
definitely was a cross.
definitely.
Shot.
That's what we're doing. I was having a laugh with him, I think, afterwards, when he was saying,
Yeah.
"Oh, top great cross, Frank." We heard him afterwards.
Yeah, definitely a cross. But I thought their keeper should have done better with that.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was thinking might have caught him by surprise, really. I suppose, but
Yeah.
yeah, look, we'll take it when we take it all day long. So, okay, Claudio, got a few comments coming in. Let's try and keep up with them tonight, shall we, if we can?
Yes, here we go then. We're halfway there. Joel Lattibaudier, my new chance, obviously, to live in on a prayer. We'll be back on Monday. Hope so. Liam Ross says, just one question. Am I dead? Can't believe how this season is going. It just can't be real. Keith Cov says, anyone else getting mightily fed up of every time Cov is mentioned on social media, it's being followed by they'll come back straight back down. You just got to ignore it. They say that to every team that goes up there, don't they? So,
yeah. Well, I said that about Sunderland. To be honest, I thought Sunderland come straight back down, but they haven't, have they?
I'm not even thinking about it. Do Coventry, you have to improve the stadium, add extras, and for VAR and Premiership. Yeah, right. Twice before, the club have started to make inroads in what to do, because obviously we're in a playoff semi-final, there you go, and we're in a playoff final. So this is nothing new. They know what's going to happen, and they're going to get 120 million plus. So it's small fry.
They've got to have everything for Vic. They've got VAR to put in. They've got extra facilities for the press box and stuff. Even TV trucks, they've got to make more room for them. Update the hospitality. It's amazing how much stuff they have to do, really. That you don't have to do in the Championship.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much.
So, yeah.
Presumably, Claudia, can you do that like in stages? Because some of the clubs that have gone up with like quite small and old grounds, like sort of Bournemouth and Luton and that kind of possibly got all that ready in one summer. So, is there some way that you can do it in stages, or?
You remember Luton had a delayed start at home. They couldn't start any home matches. I think they played the first 2 or 3 away, and then they played the first match. So, and I think they were close to getting fined for not getting it ready in time,
Right.
which is a bit harsh, isn't
Yeah.
it? 3 more points, and that's it for me. Top 2 secured. What a game against Derby. Was disappointed with the first goal and how easy Eccles, Sachs and Kitchen reacted. Other than that, super duper. Well, if results go away again tomorrow, if 2 teams below us lose, that means we only need 4 points, really, to secure promotion because of our goal difference. So it's getting close. It's going to happen soon, isn't it? We know that.
Do you think we're going to hit the 100-goal mark, though?
No.
That might be a bit more difficult, I think. You can never guarantee the goals, can you?
We don't know, do you?
Well, home. Well, Scott, we're on 84 goals, aren't we? So we need another 16 goals. It's not impossible.
What was that 4 game?
Yeah, it's not impossible, is it?
Yeah.
But who knows? I don't think we will, but who knows? We might score 10 against Sheffield Wednesday.
Yeah, you never know.
There you go. So you know what I mean? There you have it. You only need 6 then, don't you?
Sausage United, hi, nearly there. I hope Claudio's in a better mood than at half time. I said hello. I enjoy your podcast. He just grumbled. Luke did say, it was that. I said, I don't know, no idea. But I wish you'd have said who you were. Then I was a bit peed off at half time, yes. Like I think most of us should have been. But we let that goal in. Instinct Studio. You can always tell when the team aren't happy when they run off the pitch. And we did, didn't we? We ran off to get down the tunnel. They knew they were in for a bit of a telling off, I think. Instinct Studio, what a game. First experience of hospitality. Loved it. Me and Diane are usually in the stands. Few squeaky bum moments, and Derby played well, to be honest. Gave us a real game like Middlesbrough. Someone's actually put a message further down, Miles. Which cheek are you having the badge on?
Yeah, we had that Thursday night. That's an old joke.
Well, they're asking again.
Did you answer it?
Yeah, he said he didn't agree to putting one on my ass.
Yeah. Yeah, you might get a bit nervous. Yeah. Commander Rossi, Derby were attacking on the Silver side for Derby goal. I thought SA didn't run back, cover the Derby player who scored.
Seriously though, on that tattoo thing, we were sat round the table because I had to get rid of my mother earlier, and she was round for dinner. We sat at the table, and my mum's asked Cheryl how was her tattoo the other week done, and did it hurt? And Cheryl's gone, oh yeah, absolutely killed. And then Will said the other night is hurt. I went, brilliant, thanks guys. That gives me a load of confidence going into having mine done. Did yours hurt, Scott?
Yeah.
Did yours hurt?
You get used to it. I've got the Cov badge on my chest, so
yeah, I've got one here.
I've got one underneath this as well.
Oh,
I'd imagine it would hurt a lot more on your chest because your skin's quite thin.
Bone. Yeah.
No, I mean, at the start you get used to it.
Yeah.
And then it's towards the end because they're putting white, and the outline's fine, but it's different for every person.
Yeah.
But when it gets to the white bit and colouring it in, it is painful.
Yeah.
So is the football where your nipple is?
No, just above my nipple.
All right.
No, it's all right.
Dave Brannigan, great game Friday. I call it now. Blackburn game is the game we will be confirmed as promoted. Alison Berry says, Claudia, you're looking very Italian tonight.
Very slick and fresh faced.
Yeah. Last couple of games, SA has stopped the tricks and started playing smart football, including some defence to his game. Was especially impressed at the Preston game. Well, to be fair, he set up the first goal, didn't he, with Onyeka?
But to be fair, he did do a little flick. He did do a little flick on the halfway line, and it went horribly wrong.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. That's what's frustrating about him.
Assassins Unite, all the records we have achieved this season. It's been amazing. Enjoy and cherish the remaining games. Thank you, Frank, and the players. Steve Price says, our bench was absolutely stellar. Rudy is different class.
Oh, God, he was a bit drunk Friday night, Steve.
I saw him in your video.
Oh, my days. I'll tell you what, they had some beer. They had some beer. Him, his lad, Tom, and the other two as well, Steve, and then his other mate. I always forget his name. Anyway, but they were absolutely battered. I mean, battered. Steve and Tom could hardly stand up. They were, yeah.
Paul Stratton says, thought JDS looked a yard off it Friday, especially defensively. Eccles, chances, no composure. Rudy, different class. Another 3 in the bank again. Cool. Instinct says, Instinct, is that how you say it?
Instinct Studio.
Yeah. Busy day on Monday, not much time to get any jobs done. Millwall v Norwich and Ipswich Brum, Swansea Borough and Hull, and of course, top of the league. 8 p.m. seat is already booked in front of the TV with snacks. I must admit, if we weren't involved, that's the sort of day I used to love on a bank holiday Monday, just watching back-to-back games like that, especially when they all mean something now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Martin says Sims was poor as usual. Would rather one of the wingers given a shot up top when Wright isn't fit to start. Okay.
Sims wasn't poor at all.
No, I thought he worked all right. His work rate's tremendous, and I thought he did okay.
He didn't get much service though, to be honest.
No, he didn't.
He had to come back quite a bit, didn't he? But I thought he wouldn't quite like held it up, played it off to people. I thought he had a decent first half. And actually, I thought it was quite notable when he went off that we had much less of a presence up front when White came on, which I found was a little bit disappointing. But anyway, it's all opinions, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you see. I thought he played quite well. But there was a few opportunities that he didn't really take. Although, like you said, Scott, he didn't have much service. But when there was certain service that was taken into the box, he didn't take enough gamble.
No.
I thought. And there was especially a ball that come in the first half, far post, he didn't even jump. And you think, if that was Sakamoto or someone, they would jump for that ball, and he didn't jump. But I know what you're saying. He did quite a few good runs with the ball. He picked up the ball, held it up well. He did come back well, which was good. But there was just certain times when you need someone to take a gamble when a ball's coming into the box, and he didn't really take that. Same as Eccles. I thought Eccles, in the first half, Eccles was really good until he got that knock. He got a knock on the head, didn't he? Yeah. And I thought we were winning everything in the midfield when Eccles, before he got that knock. But when he got that knock, I think he went off his game a little bit. And then they came onto us a little bit more. But they didn't even test Rushworth, really, apart from one shot, which he saved with his legs. Every shot they had was defended by our defenders, right? It was cleared away. Rushworth didn't really have a save to make in the first half. They had a lot of the ball, but they didn't really test Rushworth. Only the goal and then the one save that he did. And, you know, when you're coming up against a team like that you would think they would be able to put it away, and they didn't. And they didn't create a lot, really, if you think about it. But I think with Sims, I think he did work hard, but there's just some little things on Friday night. He didn't do what Rudy did and Hadji did when they came on, if you know what I mean. They were ahead of the game. Rudy and Hadji Wright were a little bit more ahead of the game. They knew where the ball was coming. Sims seemed to hesitate a little bit. That's all. But I thought he played all right. Yeah. Sorry, Claudio.
No. Right, I thought Frank was spot on with his team selection. SA laid a great ball on for Onyeka to score the first goal. Eccles played well, and after scoring, we sat back. But Frank got the sub spot on. Sarah says, I think he's right. On TV, it sounded like we were quite quiet and Derby fans were singing. I think if it sounded, because Miles made a point, we were talking about this, saying you could barely hear the commentary at one stage. And I wonder if they maybe turn the commentators up or us slightly down. So we could basically do the commentary, because it must be quite hard. That's my thoughts on it.
They couldn't. You couldn't. I think it was about when the first goal went in. It was about that sort of time, and you couldn't hear the commentators. You couldn't hear them.
What happened
I don't know if you. It's fine. Don't worry, Scott. Don't worry. Yeah, you couldn't hear them, could you? It was the fans were that loud. So.
Vince Everett says Rudy will be competing next season with Cole Palmer for the worst haircut in the Prem. If you've seen his girlfriend, there's no way. If he wasn't a footballer, he'd have her as a girlfriend, that's for sure. But he's just a good player. Mind you, I think EMC is as good as Doku. Maybe a bit biased. We'll see.
I'll soon find out.
I've got to say a big thank you to Becky Twigger, because of Becky, I've completed my Coventry City in my Panini sticker book. I'm quite pleased with that.
Who were you waiting on? What players were you waiting on? We had a few.
Ironically, I think it was Milan, and it may have been Brandon. That's bizarre, isn't it?
I met him today.
There you go. So, Becky,
you know those two photos. You know those two photos. You should have them made into Panini stickers and put them in your book.
100% that it was a shot on goal from Frank. He looks up to the keeper before it takes a shot, not across the pitch to our players moving into the box. We had a great angle watching that go in. I reckon it was a shot.
Are we having a sticker swap shop tomorrow?
We could do. I'm gonna write my numbers down. It'd be easier than taking the book, to be honest, because the pages are dangerously loose at the minute.
Brilliant.
They don't make them like they used to, that's for sure. Paul Stratton says, allow the defender to just keep coming forward. Never made an effort to get a block in. Poor defending. Martin says, and back to you, Ken, after this. Wright was poor, especially not having played over the break, but Rudoni was magic. I wish it started, and maybe we could have put the game to bed by half time. Over to you, Ken.
Okay, all right. And the second half, then, Vicky. It continued, didn't it? The second half, we did okay. Second half, I thought Derby had a plan. They sort of stuck to it. They're a very difficult side. They've got some decent players, Derby, but I just always thought that we would score again. I was quite confident we'd score again.
Yeah, I think that's probably Derby, one of the better teams that have come here, aren't they? You can see why they're pushing for the playoffs, and they've got some experience. They've got some experienced players there, haven't they? But I thought that, like I said earlier, that the half-time break was needed, wasn't it, to reset? I thought we'd let them get into the game at the end of the first half, and so once we got that reset and we came out, I thought we looked back onto our game plan, and then obviously we get the goal. I lost track now. Did we score?
Yeah, we scored first.
Yeah.
And then they got their dubious penalty, which was just frustrating, wasn't it?
It was frustrating because we could see from our end, because we were down that end, weren't we? That clearly people were fuming. They were up having a go, shouting and all sorts. Because you could clearly see he got his glove to it. He got there first.
It went away, didn't it? I don't know how because the ref's in the best position to see that, because he gets his hand to it and it sends the ball in a different direction. So looking on from the ref's position, it's easier to see that than from where we sit on the side, but we could tell that. So I've no idea how he couldn't see that. And also, I mean, I'm not a massive fan of Brereton Diaz anyway. I find him it's just someone that I find aggravating. And he then to try and get contact and go. You could see he hit that too heavy, and he knew he wasn't going to get that before it went out. So he's getting ready to dive the minute he sees Rushworth coming over, and so he's gone in for that. Like you can see, he's already leaping off his left foot before Rushworth even got there. So he was always going down for me. So the whole thing's frustrating. Rushworth gets the ball. I think Diaz is always looking for the penalty and ready to dive, and so. And then him sort of like putting his finger up to all the fans after he scored.
That was the annoying thing. He come running over to the Cov fans in our corner. Then putting his fingers up to him, like, cupping his ears and stuff like that. I thought, well, hold on, mate. It's only 2-2. We're at the last lap. We did. You do that if it's the last minute and you guarantee the win, but you weren't. Still plenty of time to score, and it proved to be, didn't it? We got that third goal.
Well, that was a cracking goal, wasn't it, by Rudoni? I
just wanted to ask everybody in the panel. Frank's subs on 60 minutes, or just before 60 minutes, about 59, 60 minutes, say, they were brilliant. I mean, and even John Eustace said afterwards, he said, when Coventry made their subs, he said, I looked at them coming on, and we looked at the bench and we thought, how are we going to cope with this? But, there are three brilliant subs to come on, and there's no doubt in my mind that tipped it in our favour, didn't it? Them three subs coming on.
Yeah.
Anybody else to answer that question?
Yeah, don't know. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? And I think actually that's why I wouldn't have started with Rudoni. I thought bringing him on to have that impact when he's coming back from injury. And so he's getting back to match fitness. You're bringing him on against the Derby players who've played 60 minutes by that stage, and that allows him to come on and show his magic. And so that I thought he got that the right way around for me, Frank. And so that was always the best thing. But like you said, that's the thing. That bench, you're just looking at it thinking that's players that can make a difference when they come on. And we've had that in other seasons when teams have come here like Leeds and teams like that. And you're looking at the bench thinking they'd started our first 11. Never mind. Been on the bench, and we've got players on the bench that are like that now, aren't they? Like Derby are probably looking, thinking we supported Rodoni in our team, like, so it's a great plus to have, isn't it?
Yeah, and fair play to John Hughes. He was very complimentary afterwards. He said, "I was in the team that got he was in that team at Villa Park when we got relegated 25 years ago. We played in that game, so he says they're back where they belong." And he said, "I didn't think it would take 25 years to get them to see them back in the top division, but they've been the best team this season, in the league by a mile. So they're there for a reason." And he was very, very complimentary.
See, as well, I thought that Robins always made his subs too late in crucial games.
Yeah, he got criticised for that a lot, didn't he?
And then obviously Lampard now is getting to around 60 minutes and then making the subs to give him at least half hour to get into the swing of the game.
Yeah, I mean that would
go. Scott, isn't it? That's the time you need to do it, Scott, isn't it? Really, to make so they've got time to get into the game.
Yeah.
That Rodoni, I think we've got a picture of it somewhere with that Rodoni. Well, not a picture. The guy where all the players are all over the shop when he.
Yeah, I'll put a thing in the fans forum. Yeah, that thing there. Yeah.
They're tackling each other there, aren't they? Yeah, fantastic player, Jack Rodoni, and when he's fully fit, he's a match.
He's better than O'Hare.
Yeah,
better than O'Hare in my opinion.
Yeah, it's just a shame he missed quite a few games, didn't he, with injury. But to be honest, we won a lot of games without him, didn't we?
Yeah.
Claudia said that many times, haven't you, Claudia? We won quite a few games without Rodoni in the team, but he's come back and we look even stronger.
Well, we've got a good squad. Basically, we've covered it, and yet again, 8 wins out of 9 again. I said it a few games ago where with Lampard, we tend to do these runs where we have a bit of a blip where it's probably down to suspensions and people being injured, the core of the team at one point, and we've come back and we've won a load of games again. So we deservedly should be at the top of the table.
Yeah, and it's nice to get. I say it's nice to. I thought it was really nice of John Eustace. He was a top player for us to be very complimentary about us. He must have been very disappointed with going away with nothing. Obviously he was, but he was very complimentary to us. That was good because he was a good player for us as well, wasn't he? And I didn't realise until he said he was in that team, and I thought, God, he was. Yeah, he played in that game 25 years ago when we got relegated at Villa Park. So it just shows a long time. So we can see it on the rise. Can't we? We know we're not too far away, and we just got to keep in there. We just got to keep winning our games, and don't worry about anybody else. If we pick up points, then I think we're going to get there sooner rather than later. I think so. Yeah. So, more comments, Claudia?
Do we all agree Rudy, Wright, Mason Clark and Latty are back for the whole game? Don't think you can make a case for SA, Sims, Kitchen or Eccles. 6 cup finals now, roar the boys home. Rich T says, media only talking about teams fighting for second place. We are an afterthought, if mentioned at all. Well, second tier podcast. I mean, we're playing a team they support.
Don't start.
Have they actually said anything about it? Have they commented on the game at all?
Nothing.
No.
Absolutely nothing.
It's been like that for a few weeks, hasn't it?
It's bizarre, Scott, isn't it? That sort of attitude. Where,
I don't even bother watching them now.
I think there's a bit salty going on.
Well, I think you could be right. I mean, when Robbins was here, we said it before. They loved us. It was the best. We're the best team. And they predicted us last season to go up automatic. This season, it's pathetic, really.
Yeah.
But,
I think they need to give their heads a bit of a wobble.
Yeah.
I think
Who cares? We got this lot. We don't need them.
Exactly. And the thing is, everybody can see you're not with 6 games to go, 11 points ahead. How many ahead of third? 12, is it?
12 points, yeah.
Yeah, I reckon you've got to be pretty good to be in that position with 6 matches to go. With the amount of goals we've scored, the amount of games we've won, We've done 8 doubles this season.
Yeah, that was another double word Friday. Yeah.
You know, so we've done enough to prove why we should be top of the table.
I hope we don't lose to Wrexham. That's a team I don't want us to lose to.
No, that's yeah. We owe them one, don't we, from that last game we played against them when we lost our. That's when we first lost our unbeaten run, didn't we?
Yeah, I was there. Brilliant.
Yes.
Yeah, and you're going tomorrow.
Yeah, well,
Oh, don't remind us.
got my little flask ready. Look.
Who was I talking to today? I was talking to someone today, and they said that bloody Claudio's going tomorrow, and he all went, "Yeah." So, well, that's buggered it up, then, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not on the pitch.
Hey, Scott, do you believe in all this that he is bringing us this losing,
Streak.
when he goes? Do you believe in it?
Well,
Yeah, do you believe?
You never know. I think it's you, Miles, gives us the bad luck. It's when you go.
No, it ain't. It ain't, because I went to Swansea and we won.
Oh, okay. We'll let you off. I went and all. We won.
There you
So
go.
it ain't
Then.
me.
It's not you, definitely.
Saturday night. So let's be honest, we can all remember the Premier League days. Every year, fans and pundits were tipping us to relegation. It didn't happen for years, did it?
Who's going to Blackburn?
I think we're all going to Blackburn, aren't we?
We're all going. We're all
I'm
going.
not.
You're not.
I couldn't get a ticket.
You missed out on the
Oh,
ticket.
no.
How many points you got then?
I got 1,500, but I was waiting for my dad and his mates category to come up because all 3 of us wanted to go.
Oh dear.
You got to leave
Never
people
do that,
behind.
Scott.
It's a bit like
I
when you're in the
never
war
do that.
zone. It's like when you're in the war zone, Scott, and your buddy's injured, and
Yeah.
you haven't saved your buddy. You stay
I know
alive.
that now.
You stay alive, mate. Just let him die, because you've got to win the
I
fight.
You can't say that about his dad.
Oh dear.
I think I got pretty much the last ticket because I was waiting to see if it'd get down to Dawn's points, and then you said it sold out, and I was like, oh no! So I clicked on it, and then the ticket came up. I thought, oh, grab that, and then it said it was sold out. So I think I pretty much got the last ticket, and like about 4:10.
It's good.
Yeah,
It's
so
good. Amazing.
Bastion at 4 o'clock trying to get 3 tickets. Kept on coming up with the spinny circle thing.
Yeah.
And then I rung the ticket office about 10 minutes later, and they said, yeah, they're all sold out. All the tickets are in their basket, ready to be processed.
Yeah, it's
I've
you've got to be
literally just got one
brutal.
then.
Yeah, you've got to get it. If you're in the category you want to go, you need to just buy it, because it isn't going to go further.
Yeah.
Next year it's going to be a nightmare.
Yeah.
Well, Scott, I'll tell you something now, right? There'll be a spare ticket going. So if you want it, you can have it. Right? Because if we lose tomorrow and he's there, he ain't going to Blackburn. You can have his ticket.
Yeah.
He ain't going. If we lose tomorrow, mate, you can have his ticket.
Yeah. We'll have to meet up for a pint tomorrow if you want.
Yeah, we'll be there. We'll meet up. We'll meet up in the ground if we get there early enough. But because I'm going with them lot in the coach, they stop off somewhere.
Oh.
And if Steve's on it, well, we ain't getting out the pub.
That's true. I looked at Watford away because Luca's got less points than me, so I'll be okay. He's just under the category where I think they're going to start at. And I thought, I'll tell you what, sod it. I'll just get corporate tickets now, all sold out for Watford.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
They're going to. I think there's an area where they're going to put the Cough fans. They've all gone. The people just jumped on it straight away. At £240 a ticket, I think. It's not. Yeah.
Wow.
That was cheaper than the awards night, though.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. £300 was it each person?
Plus VAT. Was that including VAT?
No, it's including that. It's including
I was
that.
saying, and Claudio, probably you saying as well, you agree with this. I think Doug missed a trick. He should have done it in the exhibition hall. Get more fans in there. They could have had a VIP area at the front, big stage in that big hall that holds 2,000 people, and he would have made a fortune. Lowered the prices a little bit. He would have had a lot more fans get in there. if he wants VIP people, yeah, they can go in the front, and all the rest of the fans can go at the back because they have concerts in there, don't they?
I think the problem they've got is because we've done so well. We've got the last game of the season, the players' night, and then we've got the parade all in the same weekend. Yeah. So it's going to be too much, I think, for them to handle the whole thing.
Yeah,
it's just not good enough.
Well, it's not, is it?
Handle it.
I'm just surprised
when you have success.
We all know, like Doug likes to make a little bit of money, and I'm just surprised he didn't do that.
Robert Mason says, "I'm swear Scott's got ADHD. Can you sit still for 1 minute?"
He's got to get away with it.
It's a nightmare, isn't he?
It ain't that bad.
Oh, Blair Witch Project.
Get my phone on charge.
Evening, guys. That Cruyff turbo.
I just hold it.
That took out 5 players. World class. That's 12 goal contributions. Imagine if he was fit all season. Has he got 5 goals in the last 6 games he's played in or something?
Something like that, or 5 and 5 even maybe. It's something like that, isn't it?
Something like that. Yeah.
You know what's annoying about that as well? That goal. If that had been like a Man City player or someone doing that, like in the Premier League, we'd have seen that about 1,000 times on Sky since. Because it's us, like on a Friday night. Like,
he actually fell over, didn't he? Slipped just before then, and he got back up, and he still, they still got the ball and buried it.
But it was the finish as well. Stroked it in. It was brilliant what he did.
Yeah.
And the guy in front of me, I proper thumped him in the back of the head as I got up. And I went, it's not really bad, because a proper thump it was. And I sort of give him a hug. I went, sorry about that. He goes, don't worry, I've been used to it all season.
He's always good when you're winning with the porn sandwiches.
I was going to say, didn't you say, well, it couldn't have been all season because I haven't been here all season.
And then he said that.
Scott, can I ask you a question?
Go on.
What did you make? Where do you sit? Where do you sit?
Block 20. Was it block 21?
Okay, so you have a good view. You have a good view of both ends. Then,
pretty much halfway line-ish.
Yeah. So that penalty, I'm in Singer's corner. We could see the ball go off in a different direction from Singer's corner.
So
from my angle,
from my angle, all I could see was Rushworth went in, and then all I saw was just the ball went out. I didn't see if Rushworth got a hand to it or whatever, so I couldn't really say much. But yeah, looking at the replay, everyone was messaging from home saying never a penalty.
Yeah.
So just
the thing is, it's like you watch the show, and we've said over the last few weeks we've had 2 penalties in the last few games that weren't really penalties, really.
No.
So, and Vicky always says it. You get some, you don't get some. So it's one of them, innit? But to miss it the way it did, I mean, it was a pretty quick break as well, wasn't it? From Derby, if I remember right, it was a rapid movement, wasn't it? So maybe the referee looked at it and went, "Well, that was a bit, I don't know. I'm going to have to give it. I think, because it was too fast, wasn't it? Really."
Yeah, I thought overall the ref had a good game. Apart from the penalty incident, I thought he let the game flow a lot better, to be honest.
Yeah, he didn't give a lot away, did he, really? I thought.
No.
Yeah.
Because I hate teams that come here and then it's just stop, start all the time. It just, because they go down faking injury and everything like they've been shot.
I don't think we had any bookings either, did we? I think they had 2 bookings. I don't think we had any, did we? For a change.
And let me have a look. I can't remember. Let me have a look.
The penalty incident, though, from our end, because we're on the slight angle, we just all stood up, went, fantastic save. And we couldn't believe that he points to the spot. We thought, well, the ball went off miles. We could
see it clear from our end, Vicky. We could see it, couldn't we? I could see it clearly from that he got the hand to it. And I thought, what is he doing giving a penalty for that? But I think Frank said afterwards he could see why the referee gave it, probably from where his angle was. He looked like he'd caught the player, but obviously
Yeah, but he didn't
He
didn't catch the player, because if you look at it, Brereton Diaz sticks his foot out towards Rush's body.
Yeah.
And he's already launching up his effort to dive over the top of him. I was more annoyed after I watched the replay, because at the time I thought you could tell that Rushworth had saved it. The ball went off. I thought, what's the referee doing? I was more annoyed when I watched it back, and I thought, cheated there and dived. Like I'm more aggravated. If I'd have just thought that had been like a genuine coming together, and then given it, I'd probably thought, oh, fair enough, the ref just missed that. But I felt more aggravated when I saw how it actually came about, because that's just annoying then.
I
think. Go on.
I was saying, how didn't I know that Brereton Diaz was born in Stoke-on-Trent? I thought he was Chilean. When he gave his interview, I expected like a Chilean accent. I thought, hold on a minute, he sounds a bit sort of Stokey. And I looked at him, he's born Stoke-on-Trent. His mum's Chilean. I thought, oh, that's a bit of a disappointment. That's why he's put the Diaz on the end, doesn't it? Because that's not his.
Yeah, don't you remember? It was all a big joke. It was all a big joke at the time when he did that, because everyone knew he wasn't properly Chilean. It was like a whole joke at the time.
So you're definitely right. We didn't have any yellow cards.
Okay.
They had 2. So yeah, you're right, Scott. In that case, the ref only 2 yellow cards throughout the whole game. That's a pretty good game for a referee, isn't it?
Well, at least it weren't a red card.
Well, exactly.
Yeah. There wasn't even the double jeopardy of the booking. Nothing was there. Weird.
No.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. Just make
I think he'll look back at that and he'll be disappointed with that decision, the referee. But you get, as you say, you get them sometimes. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. And we've had our fair share of dodgy penalties given them. But I mean, it goes either way, doesn't it?
Would have been fuming.
The thing is to get the next goal after that penalty was just the icing on the cake.
Yeah,
and it was brilliant. The sensation of that goal going in after was it 2 minutes? 2 minutes after
it felt a little bit of justice was done then, doesn't it? A little,
you just felt that's it. That's right. That is right. That was what was meant to happen. And then you turn around to everyone, you go, right, let's just manage it now. Let's just manage it. I don't care how we get this across the line now. Let's just manage it. Forget anything else. The worrying thing for me was when Kitchen was going forwards, and I'm thinking, no, just stay back. Kitchen, just stay back. Don't run with the ball. Just stay back. Just please, just stay on your spot. Don't go anywhere. And he's picking up the ball. He's running with it. I said, no, don't do that. It was like, because Bobby was staying back. Bobby was holding his position and Kitchen kept going. And knowing that De Silva had played 2 games in midweek, over the week, I was thinking to myself, De Silva ain't going to get back. He is not going to get back to cover you. And Kitchen's going forward and forward and forward. I'm thinking, no, get back, please. It's one of them, wasn't it? It really was.
I've got to say, though, some of the balls that we were trying to play out of defence was shocking.
Yeah.
Oh, in the first half?
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. Some of the balls.
I don't get why they do it. It's Kitchen and Thomas. I mean,
it's a good point.
Simple.
Good point, Scott, because Frank mentioned that. He said the first half we were playing balls far too long. He says that's not us. We weren't playing through the lines at all. We were talking about it around us. We're just giving the ball away. It's just kicking it straight back at them, and it gives them more confidence to come forward, and we're sitting deeper. So, like I said, we managed it in the end to get away with that first half, I think. And as Miles says, the comeback after that second goal was brilliant.
I mean, even what was Derby's marking for Radoni's third goal? Well, there's nobody around him.
It was a great the way he nudged the ball on Scott was ace, wasn't it? The way he just slotted it. It was superb, weren't it? Really.
And he's going to play in the Premier League, and he'll probably play for England one day.
No, apparently he's going to play for Italy. Claudio says.
We need something
with a name like Radoni.
His grandfather's Italian or something, and he can play for America, USA.
He's going to want to play for someone that gets the World Cup, though, Claudio, isn't he? Claudio is going to want to play for somebody that can get to a World Cup.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Should we talk about rugby instead? Because we've done all right.
No, because I don't. No, I don't even watch it.
Yeah.
But it was, yeah. Well, I mean, that performance Friday night for me was it was a performance of that. I don't know about you, Scott, but when you're in Swansea and we've seen the results coming in, going down on the coach and stuff, and you've seen the results, it was like one of those where, you know, they've seen the results. The only team talk they needed was just go out there and win it. And you could see that was the sort of mentality of them, wasn't it, really? You could see that it was a game they were never going to give up, were they?
No, it's the same with... It's to be the same tomorrow night as well. So like, if we get some results early on that, you know, say Millwall lose, Middlesbrough lose, Ipswich lose, and Frank's just going to tell them, go out there, play your game, try and win.
Yeah, because we're the last ones to play again, aren't we? All the results were before we play, which is good. I love it like that because we know what we have to do.
I don't like these 12:30 kickoffs though. Too early.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's but I think it's like if results do go our way tomorrow, we could be 15 points clear of third. And there's no way we are losing 5 games of football this season.
No.
Or even 4 games of football this season. No, not with 6 games to go. We ain't losing 4 or 5 games.
Especially
with
the teams that play.
We've got Portsmouth at home, Sheffield Wednesday at home. We ain't losing them, are we?
No. Wrexham at home, Hull away, Blackburn away, and then Watford away.
Watford on the beach.
And also, all those other teams are going to win all the games as well. It's not even just about us losing, which isn't going to happen. It's the fact that all those teams are going to win all their games just to even try and catch up with us. That's not going to happen either. We're going to have to hope that Birmingham can do us a favour tomorrow.
Yeah, I was just going to mention Birmingham. They got Ipswich, but the way Birmingham are playing at the moment, you can't really see them winning. But they've lost their last 2. They've got to win at some point, haven't they? You know,
fingers crossed.
We said that about Bristol. Look, they lost 2 on the bounce, and they went up to Middlesbrough and drew. So
where's the Blues match? Is it away? Is it, Miles?
It's away.
Yeah, see, they've struggled away from home, haven't they? Blues.
Yeah.
It disappointed me, really. I know. I thought they'd be pushing a lot harder than this to get into the top 6. Because they've spent a lot of money, and the lads at the Stansfields have just not performed at all this season, which I think they thought after League One they'll be waltzing up the table and it'll all be easy. But we know winning League One doesn't guarantee anything in the Championship, does it? Look at Rotherham over the years, up and down, weren't they? Yeah, so it's I'm a bit disappointed with Blues, actually.
So isn't it, if Sheffield Wednesday go down, they start on minus 15 points?
It's shambles, isn't it?
It's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous. I mean, you've got to feel sorry for the supporters, really, haven't you, really? Because it's out of their hands. It's just things that above their head that's happened.
I mean, they still took 3,000 odd fans to Stoke, even though they knew we were going to lose.
Amazing. Yeah,
it's a siege.
Yeah, but didn't we, when Presley was in charge, didn't we have 10 points deducted? And we started minus 10.
Yeah.
What about when we had 2 lots, didn't we? But the first lot, we started off with minus 10. And Presley went on that run, didn't we? We won virtually all the games, climbed straight back out. And we were like, what's going on here? Wipe them points out of in 4 games. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, after 6 games, come out the top 4, hadn't we? Straight away, we're half.
We were up there, and you were like, "Hold on a minute, we started off with minus 10 points here." it's crazy stuff. So let's hope that happens for Sheffield Wednesday next season, because we've been there, haven't we? We've been in this situation that they've been in, and it's not nice to see a club go that way. There are certain clubs you want to see go that way, but I think with Sheffield Wednesday, it is a shame, isn't it, how it's all unfolded, and you don't want to see any club really go through that, do you?
See, this is why EFL have got to check each owner that wants to buy the club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he
I mean,
had
it's stupid.
yeah.
he had spent 250 million on Sheffield Wednesday though, so it's not like he hasn't spent money on that club. It's been spent badly by a lot of managers and the
I
recruitment.
mean, even Leicester are going towards that way as well.
Exactly. They've lost.
There needs to be some sort of there needs to be some sort of rules about. So they need to do a check at the beginning, but obviously that doesn't always work because in that situation they might be fine to start with. It's an issue towards the end. There needs to be some sort of rules about how the EFL can deal with owners that maybe can no longer financially sustain a club or are no longer interested, all those sorts of issues. So there's a way, because Sheffield Wednesday fans are the one that are getting punished for what's happened with their owner, and that's just not fair, is it? But the EFL seem largely powerless. So there needs to be something. There's got to be some sort of rules that they can bring in that just mean that they can step in and do something to protect clubs and fans and everything.
The problem you got is they would have spent money when they're in League One, then got promoted, so they've kind of gained an advantage to get the players in to get promoted back into the Championship. For me, it shouldn't be a points deduction now because it's not, like I say, it's not the fans' fault and it's not even the players' fault that they've brought them in. So for me, I think the way around is they have a transfer embargo, 3 seasons, you can't sign anybody, so you're forced to bring youth players through, and you might naturally get relegated because of that. But to hit them for minus points 15 because the potential new buyers won't pay 15 million towards that Shansiri guy.
Yeah.
So they're taking the hit, and now they won't pay it. They get the points deduction, and they'll buy the club out.
Yeah,
it's crap, really.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're top of the league. We won't be going to Sheffield at all next season.
I wonder. Yeah, we won't be going. No, we won't. It was quite funny the other night when I was DJing. I got them all singing the Sky Blue song, and you know when we sing Tottenham or Chelsea, I was saying maybe Tottenham or Chelsea because we're obviously Tottenham might come down, might they?
Yeah.
So never know. Never know.
Yeah, it could happen. Be bizarre if it does. Be Maddison will be playing the Championship football and we're in the Premier League. So,
he'll come back to us, won't he?
Be nice. Whether we can afford it.
Claudio.
200 mile.
They've just scrolled all the way down, so Ken will have to think of something to say now.
Well,
I've got something. I've got something to say. I've got something to say, Ken.
Well, that's unusual. Go on.
Player of the season.
Yes, I was going to say that.
Get your voting. Scott, who would you vote as your player of the season?
I'd say Rushworth. Without him, we wouldn't have been top 2.
Brilliant. So we'll get you in the hat there. Vicky will get you in the hat for the home shirt or the away shirt. Brilliant. So yes, you can enter this competition, guys. Not on here tonight on the comments, but please email only info@skybluefans.tv. Your player of the season. You will win next season's home shirt or away shirt. Vicky is doing a spreadsheet. That's why we need it via email. You will all go on the spin the wheel, and you'll have a chance of winning next season's home or away shirt. And Ken's told me it's really nice. So, look forward to seeing it. Is it brilliant?
Our first season back in the Premier League. It's got to be good.
I hope so. And we have this coming up on the 23rd of April, St. George's Day. Join us down at the Stag and Hen, Bishop Street, Coventry, CV1 1HU. It's £2 to come in. We've got 100 tickets, but there is only 16 tickets left. They have sold like hotcakes or hot chip batches. You get a free strip of raffle ticket. You get a free strip of raffle tickets, a free chip batch, and a free Sky Blue shot. Now, I said we had halftime entertainment. We also now have, after the forum finishes or after our show finishes, around about 9:30, we have entertainment for after the show as well. So we have entertainment at half time and we have entertainment after as well.
At
Two
full time.
different
Is it-
entertainers.
Is it Claudio in a pink tutu?
No, it's not Claudio in a pink tutu. No,
You should take
can't have
those
that.
thoughts out of your head, Scott. What you dream about at night, you're not bringing to the show.
Not having that. And also, this is quite good actually. I had some people come up to me on Saturday and said, "I've been and downloaded it, Milesy. I want you all to download this song, please. I'm trying to get it into the top 40 of the charts. Please go and download it. This song was number 1 in May when we won the FA Cup in 1987. Wouldn't it be great to get it back in the charts when we're going to win the championship this season?" Everyone loves it when I'm DJing. Everyone sings along. All the Cov fans love it. Let's get it downloaded. Let's get it in the charts. Come on, let's do it. It's just going to be brilliant.
Played
And
it. You're
finally from me.
I think you missed a trick, Miles. I think you missed a trick. You should have got everybody
What?
to get Kylie back into the charts with her the Silver song, and then you could have proceeded to come along and sing it at the stadium.
I want to get Starship into the stadium. Not Kylie. And also, it's going to be a mad day. End of season party at the Shepherd on the 2nd of May from 11:30 onwards. No, I'm not there from 11:30 onwards. I won't be there till 7:30. But the party starts on the 2nd of May, which is the Watford game, because I'll be at Watford and I've got to rush back to get up to the Shepherd. So come and join us, free to enter. Brilliant. To come in, to come in the pub. Yeah, brilliant.
Okay.
I was in Tesco and they were playing Ain't No Stopping Us Now as well. And, we're on the move. And I was going, Ain't No Stopping Us Now. We're Premier League, walking around Tesco singing that. As Caroline was walking further away from me.
There are other supermarkets available on the high street, as well as the one Claudio just mentioned.
Which I've not seen him yet, but Ellis Sims shops in there. I keep missing him.
Well, you bumped into
God.
quite a few lately, haven't you? So you must be due on your list. He'll be looking out for you.
It's probably like this behind the R's going,
I've got to watch out for it.
it's safe now.
Just another thing I didn't mention as well. This is Coventry City Disabled Supporters Association. Now, Phil White, who's done a few little things for us in the past, he runs this and he's asking for any disabled fans out there who struggle to get to the matches. They're there to help people get to the matches, to and from matches. There is quite a few disabled supporters that go up to the games. And if you email them on that email address there, skybluessa@gmail.com, you can get all the full details of the Coventry City Disabled Supporters Association and arrange for maybe transport to and from games. So that's what they arrange. So if you know of any disabled people who are struggling to get to the game, then that's the people to contact. Okay.
Brilliant.
Claudia.
Yes, I've found the comments now. Alex Robinson says, I've noticed the second-rated podcast haven't uploaded their review of the Derby game yet. They also claim that Alex Neil was the manager of the season due to the wonders he's worked on the Millwall budget, which is literally 25k a week less than ours. Plonkers. I heard that as well. I heard that they said he was the manager of the season. Just in my head in. I shouldn't listen to it. I really shouldn't listen to it.
Surely the manager of the season is the manager that gets the team to the top of the table that wins the title.
In the manner he's done it as well.
Yeah, the most consistent team.
Yeah. There's no words to describe that pair. Absolutely no words. If Doug backs Frank, I think Coventry, with their momentum, will stay up next season, says BCFC.
Of course we will.
Ian Smalls, hi all, 59 seasons and counting. Loads of great days and memories, but never a season like this. Loving it, great time. So pleased my young family can share it. Rudy, pure class. We must keep him. I was messaging Rob Gurney earlier, and I said to myself, I just find this unbelievable this season. The FA Cup season was brilliant, and Rob says it, but that was like 6 matches. This is like virtually the whole season has been incredible. You know,
Well, apart from Christmas.
apart from Christmas, but the whole, the season, it's the best season I've ever witnessed, basically.
Yeah.
Paul Stratton, 3 subs changed the whole dynamics. We looked predictable and flat with Eccles in the 10 role. We looked a completely different team. Looked like scoring every time we went forward.
25 wins, isn't it? Is it a record, isn't it?
Record. Scarby Army Jim. Really strange feeling growing up in the 70s and 80s. Took us the norm for City to be in the top league, then relegation, sad times, but joyful ones incoming. I mean, from now, our 7th league game from now could be something like Arsenal away, Newcastle at home. You know what I mean? It's bonkers. I know. Alex says, wasn't Coventry's triple subs reminding me being like South Africa's rugby union bomb squad subs?
Yeah.
I got to say, Miles, because you were on here ranting at the start of the season, so I'm not having it, even though you put us down to 7th. I'm not having it. We've got to get automatics. I can't be doing all this playoffs nonsense. It's true, isn't it? This is much better feeling, I think.
Oh, yeah.
It's been hard. I don't know about you, Scott, but I was saying, before Christmas, and we went on that little bit of a patch.
Yeah.
I kept saying on here, and these lot would go, no, it's not. And I kept saying, it's harder being at the top than it is if you're below 6th to try and get into the playoffs, because you're like, just score a bloody goal, will ya? Just get the ball in the back of the net and just let us all relax.
Most of the time we have struggled to, just shoot, even if we're outside the box, to keep on going, trying to pass it into the net all the time. It's stupid.
Yeah. I mean, have you found it harder?
Yeah, being at the top. I didn't predict us to be at the top anyway. At the start of the season, I thought we'd be pushing playoffs. But for us to basically run away with the league, it's mad. And plus, Doug's actually got the January transfer window right from getting Yeka in, because he's been a big player that we've needed. Because what is that now? 8 games he started, 9 games, and we've won all of them when he started.
And we lost against Southampton. He went off, didn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, the question I would ask Frank is this your biggest? If we get promoted, we'll say if still, because we haven't done it yet. Is this your biggest achievement in football? Interesting what his answer to that. It's got to be up there.
It's got to be up there, hasn't it? Yeah, because having success with a big club like Chelsea is different to doing a job with us, like exceeding expectations of everybody, isn't it? It's got to be, and also he's still relatively inexperienced as a manager, isn't he? So he's been learning on the job. You can see as the season goes on how he's changed as like the subs he made on Friday night. He wouldn't have probably made at the same time in the same way this time last season. He's definitely like grown as a manager himself, and you can see that. So that just to do all of that while he's learning and with a team that are sort of punching above their weight is an amazing achievement, isn't it? I think that's it's going to be up there for him, surely.
And even at the beginning of the season, Vicky, those subs probably wouldn't have made those subs. You know what I mean? It's, like you say, I watched that. I don't know if you watched the Gary Lineker and Shearer and Micah Richards thing. They were talking about Frank the other day, and they were saying how he's managed. He is young in managerial career. He is young, isn't he?
Yeah.
So yeah.
So he's got a great team. I was about to say he's got a great team behind him as well, with Joe Edwards and all the coaching staff. I think they work well as a team, and he'd be first to praise them as well, because they all look. We see all the videos behind the scenes, don't we? And they all look a happy bunch. I don't think there's any bad apples in the squad, really. And that's important, isn't it? They all get on well with each other. They all joke. I mean, I was laughing at they were. Did you see the video where they had the kids day at the at CBS? And I think it was Frank who was shouting down, "Sign this, Josh, sign this." Did you see that? And then they're like suddenly pretending to be a fan, you know, and they're looking up and saying, no, I know who you are. You know, he had like a mask on, I think. He was like covering up when he was one of the players. And it was funny. It's really funny. But they're a great bunch and they get on well, which is great. So
It's what you need. It's what you need.
Right, Claudia. By the way, Wayne's been in hospital. I think he's out of hospital now. Sorry, Wayne Littlewood. I've just seen his message come up. So I hope you're feeling okay, Wayne, and you're a lot better, and you're back watching the Sky Blues very soon.
I've got Dave Kay ringing me here.
What were you live?
You can tell he don't watch the show. He's not, you know. Second half, I thought we controlled nicely. Through for the penalty was amazing. Through ball for the penalty was amazing, but that's the one thing we lacked, that killer pass.
Although I thought that goal was very much like that. The build up to that was very much like the Vidoni goal against Stoke. We broke it the same way on that from that side, didn't we? We didn't cut in, and obviously it just panned out differently because their goalkeeper didn't do anything and Vidoni scored. But the sort of build up was the same, wasn't it? Yeah,
we nearly got caught up before that when Bobby Thomas slipped and then managed to get his foot. He's trying to ring me again. His foot. He managed to get the tackle in, didn't he?
Yeah.
Assassins United says all the players have improved in the management team, but you can see the love and respect that Frank and Rudy have, which hopefully will continue for a long time. Martin King says, someone on BBC said, don't worry, Cov fans, next season VAR throws the penalty out.
Well, that's something we've got to put up with, isn't it, VAR? We've got a bit of a bad deal out of it in the semi-final, didn't we, against Man United? So we know what to expect.
Question for the panel. How much is Rudy worth now from Mark Reed?
30 million.
Oh. No.
More?
More than that. More than that.
A minimum 30 million.
You don't get many midfielders like him, do you? You don't, do you?
Well, I suppose they'll say then how many games he obviously hasn't played in the Premier League, has he? So that's probably why I've said 30 million. If he'd played a few games already in the Premier League, obviously more. But there's no doubt about it, he's one of the players that can step up. There's no doubt.
I think of like some recent players that have like some comparisons of players that have gone. Like, I mean, how much did who bought that Alex Scott from Bristol? How much did they pay for him? Like that's the sort of Championship to Premier League. What are they paying for that sort of midfielder?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you missed that, Scott. How much do you think Rodoni would be worth in the Premier League? What do you want to buy him?
40 million.
Not far off. I said 30. You say 40. So yeah.
Especially now, you know, I'd say even Hadji, probably 20 million.
Yeah.
Milan, 20 million.
Everything goes up, doesn't it? When you go up, everything goes up. Prices go up. Transfers go up. Fees go up. The whole lot.
I know there's going to be some, teams looking at our players when we do go up. It always happens.
Oh, God, yeah.
But I'm just hoping Doug's firm, like he was with Gyökeres and with Hamer when they went. Well, if you want the player, you got to pay for him.
Yeah, and if players move on, they're taking the risk. Okay, they might go to a bigger club, but are they going to play every week like they are here? Or, just go and sit on the bench? Okay, you might earn a little bit more money, but are they happy with sitting on the bench and earning a bit more money, or do they want to play in the Premier League?
Yeah, I think if Rodoni went to, say, Newcastle, I think he'd play every game.
Yeah, he'd play at a club like that. But if he went to someone like, I don't know,
Man City.
Man City, he probably wouldn't, yeah.
No. It'd just be a bench warmer.
Yeah.
Because that's what happened with Trafford. When he left Burnley, he went to Man City. I think he's going to play every game.
Yeah.
And then they went and bought Donnarumma, and that was it.
Yeah, that's true. Very true. It'd be
It's also
interesting.
risky business, isn't it? He could go to Newcastle, and their fans are a bit disgruntled with Eddie Howe at the moment. So Eddie Howe signed him because he's a fan. He gets sacked, and then you got a new manager that wants to play a different way, and all of a sudden you're not like. There's all sorts of risks about taking moves like that, isn't there? So the advantage of us going up is that we are in the league that they want to play in. So that'll hopefully persuade some players that they'll stay and give it a go, won't it? I mean, there's all sorts of different dynamics, but at least we're in the best position to keep the ones that are prepared to stay and play Premier League for us rather than just go somewhere else. Whereas when we were in the Championship, Hamer wanted Premier League football, so he has to leave because we weren't there then. But now the players that want Premier League football can have that with us, can't they?
Would you want him back?
Who?
Hamer.
Too old now.
Well,
How old is he? 28?
Yeah.
Some people would
got
say
4
maybe
years.
he's moved on. Yeah.
It depends. For me, it depends on how that influences other business. Like if we had the money and the squad space to bring him in as for depth, I would. But he wouldn't be who I'd want to be our first 11. So it just depends. For me, that sort of balance.
It'd be going to be interesting as well for when Arsenal come to the CBS. We give Gyökeres a standing ovation.
He'll get a massive ovation.
Oh, I think he will. Yeah, without a doubt.
The thing with Hamer for me is I don't want us to end up being a charity club where we just give chances back to players who decide to leave us in the first place. He's gone, as far as I'm concerned. He had his chance with Sheffield United. They got relegated. Why should we be looking to give him another chance? I think we look elsewhere, and there are better players elsewhere.
It's a bit like the ticket situation, isn't it?
Sorry, Miles. Sorry.
That's
Carry on.
No, you carry on.
No, I was about to say, do you think we're going to go for the overseas market?
Cheaper. It'd be cheaper.
Yeah, I think Doug will look at the cheapest possible way, won't he? And I think there is some good players out there overseas. So we've picked up in the past. We picked Hamer from overseas, and with players like that. So there must be more out there. There's got to be more out there.
I think Claudio's talking about Hamer there. It's a bit like the ticket situation, Scott. Just buy your own.
Yeah.
Don't worry about anyone else. That's it. That's what you got to do. And I think you're right, Hamer. We would all love Hamer to come back, Scott, but you don't go back, do you?
No,
you don't go back. I think. I mean, I know I mentioned Maddison earlier. I was only messing, but you don't go back. I mean, but Maddison's a completely different player to Hamer altogether. But you just got to be so. I think we've got to be really careful of how we approach this, and we've got to be very shrewd in what we do with the money because we want to stay up. We know that we would love us to stay up, and we want to give it a go because we don't want to do what Burnley did the other season when they went up and went down with a whimper, and we don't want to do that, do we? We want to give it a good go. But I think you're right. I think it will be overseas because, look at Marcelo. They've just bought in. He looks pretty good so far. Yeah. But so did Tavares when we brought Tavares into the team. He looked good, and then he just dropped off, didn't he? So, I think we've just got to be. We've got to trust the powers that be in the background. I don't want us to buy any players that are sort of like Dean Henderson. What's his name? Henderson. Yeah, Henderson. I don't want us to buy players like that. Jordan Henderson. I don't want us to buy players like that.
Well, at the end of their career.
They're old. They're at the end of their career. I don't want us to buy players like that. I want us to buy fresh players that are maybe one decent player like Sunderland did with Xhaka. I think that was fantastic, and they build the team around him. Absolutely superb. That's what we need to do. But you don't bring in players like Jordan Henderson and Gareth Barry and all that rubbish, or you forget that. We are about playing football. We want to make a go of it. We want to go for it, don't we? That's what Lampard's going to be. Do you know the best thing about this, though? I think is that Lampard has been at both ends of the scales in the Premier League. He's been up there with Chelsea and he's been down there with Everton. So now he's got a bit of know-how about what to do in the Premier League, and I think that will help us out. I think that will really help us out going forwards because he knows what it takes to stay up and he knows what it takes to get into Europe. Vicky, Europe.
Yeah, come on.
on James Maddison, though, the difference between him and Hamer is James Maddison was in the England squad. James Maddison's played several seasons in the Premier League. You know, is in terms of quality, I think he's better than Hamer anyway.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Yeah, with Gustavo, great guy that he is, he had the one season in Sheffield in the Premier League, and that's it. You know, I think, as far as I'm concerned, he's missed his boat now. You watch us go and sign him now.
I love him to bits, and I always will do because the way he treats you off the pitch is phenomenal. The way he talks to you, the way he treats you, your family, your friends, when you see him off the pitch is brilliant. And he is such a great character, and it would be lovely to see him back at the club. But like Vicky says, is it a player that you bring in and you have him as a squad depth player? I think that's where he would fit in because he wouldn't replace Onyeka at the moment, would he? He wouldn't replace Grimes at the moment, and he wouldn't replace Rodoni. He'd only replace.
Where do you put him in?
He would only replace Eccles or Torp, but then is Torp that little bit better than Hamer? Probably not. So, you know, he'd probably squeeze in between those three players, wouldn't he? So yeah, it's a tricky one, but that's something we can get into in the summer.
Yeah, sorry, you know, with Onyeka, was that in the end? Was that a deal where we've got an obligation to buy in the summer, or just that we? Effectively,
if we get promoted, I think he's around 7 million. We'll be paying for him.
That's peanuts. That's a great deal.
It's a bargain. It's a bargain.
That's my worry. My worry was if it wasn't all set up that because he's done so well, that someone else tries to come and sweep in. So that's great if that's all set up to just happen.
I mean, and Scott, if you're right there at 7 million, wow, that is we've paid 7 million for Sims.
Yeah, and right.
And had you right. And Onyeka, since he's come in January, he's been a game changer, isn't he? He's helped Grimes out that much. Grimes has become an even better player with Onyeka in there, hasn't he? He really has. And it's because Grimes was doing all the running forwards and backwards. Now Grimes can pick when he goes forward and when he comes back, and he's got the legs to get back or get forwards. It's brilliant how he's done it. Before we carry on, can I just bring this up? I've got to bring it up because you might miss it. Alison Berry says, "How do we get tickets for the forum?"
Oh, she's got one. She's got one now. No, she's got one now. She's bought it. I've just seen it come through.
She's got one now.
For 7 million, you got to sign him to stop anybody else signing him. I'd sign him just to mow the pitch. Basically, you got to keep him in the squad. Yeah, you got to build a team around him and Grimes. I think Grimes will still be okay with somebody like Onyeka in front of him, but then you need somebody else with even more quality as well. We know what we've got to do. We have to improve the squad for the Premier League. I think we'd be completely blind not to think we don't have to. You know, that's obvious. We don't have to be drastic, but we do have to bring quality in if we don't bring loads in. It's simple as that, really.
So, Scott,
like key positions as well.
Scott, on that, how many players would you say you would need in the Premier League to bring in? I know we've discussed it before, but how many would you say? How many?
Like 6 or 7 experienced players, I reckon.
Yeah.
Players that have played in the Premier League as well.
Yeah.
I know you don't want to do a Sunderland and spend over 100 million on a whole team. Yeah, I know it's helped him out this season, but I don't think it's going to help him out next season.
Yeah. Be interesting because he definitely got to spend some money, hasn't he?
But it'll be interesting who goes as well when we do go up.
Yeah, because obviously there's going to be players that are popular that's going to have to move on. Unfortunately, there's players that perhaps can't make the step up.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, they're more suited to the Championship. And then there's players that certainly will step up, like your Rodoni's, your Grimes, people like that, and Rushworth. They're players we know that can play at that higher level.
That's if we can get Rushworth.
Yeah, I've got a little thing about Rushworth here. Look, most clean sheets in the Championship, 14 now. Yeah, fantastic goalkeeper, and it's just good that we've got first option on him because there'll be loads of clubs scouting after him now. After
Well,
seeing,
there's apparently one of the big six are scouting him as well.
yeah, well, that didn't
Is
surprise
that
me.
Tottenham?
That didn't
No.
surprise
Is that Tottenham spot? They're one of the big six. Remember,
Wouldn't
don't
class
forget.
them as big six anymore, Miles.
He won't want to go back.
No, hold on. They think they're one of the big six. So
No chance.
that's it.
When's the last time they won a trophy?
Yeah, and he wants to play
Last
Premier
year.
League football. He wants to play
Yeah,
Premier
but
Last year
Mickey
they
Mouse
won a trophy, didn't they? And talking about Rushworth though, Ken, 14 clean sheets, right? Yeah, the second tier say this is the worst championship ever, right? But he's got 14 clean sheets. Ben Wilson, did he get 21? Wasn't it, or 20?
League.
So-
He won the gold, didn't he?
Yeah, so he's got 16. Did we say 16? So it can't be that bad of a season, can it?
No, not really.
You know, because look how many of us are on 12 and then 11 and 10. So it has been a good championship season.
It has, and you look at that, but we look at some of the silly goals we've let in as well. When we think, oh God, what a pathetic goal that was to let in. You know, some poor goals we've let in, really, which could have been prevented, and we probably could have had a few more clean sheets. But you know, yeah, he's probably earned us, and you probably agree with me here, at least 10 points, hasn't he, this season? Maybe more.
No, I'd say at least 25 points.
25,
Yeah,
really? Well, I was going 10, 12, but you go 25,
Wow.
that's fair enough. I wouldn't argue with that.
Because some of the
That's
games,
brilliant.
especially away, we've been on the ropes.
Yeah.
Mm.
Goals change games, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And he's been there.
And that time in October and November when we were scraping results, weren't we, Scott?
Yeah.
You can't be far off there, mate. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Season was against
Yeah.
Ipswich.
Yeah.
I suppose you could look at Sheffield United and say I think it's 30 points they've lost from winning positions this season with a keeper like Rushworth. Not saying he'd have saved everything, but you probably only lose 10 of those points, not 30 of them.
Yeah.
But it does make a difference. You've got a great keeper. It makes a massive difference.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Yeah. And
Thing
he's
is
up
as well,
there.
if a top six team's looking for him, it's like Scott said earlier about Trafford going to Man City thinking he's got his chance, and then they're bringing Don the woman, and all he is now is a cup goalkeeper. That's the risk, isn't it? Some top six team, so hopefully he's going to want to go somewhere where he's going to play regularly, and we offer that. Whereas other teams won't necessarily do that. So, and he's already had that problem at Brighton. He's not going to want to go somewhere where he's not guaranteed first team football. So again, that puts us in a good position, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, all I can say, Brighton must have a couple of good goalkeepers because he was third choice at one stage, weren't he, there? So,
And you want to play for England as well.
absolutely, yeah, absolutely. He'll have international. And, of course, being in the Premier League, got more chance of being chosen for England, don't you? Because they don't seem to look at Championship players. They obviously just look at Premier League players, don't they? So there you go. But Claudio, you got some more comments coming in?
Hundreds.
Frank Wood says, thing with the media and social media is they all have us as champions and the race is for second. That is why we're not talking about us. To be fair, they've all said how good we are.
Yeah.
This looks like a...
So Leicester.
I can't tell if it's Pompey. Is that our ground? I can't tell with that picture. Get promotion.
Yeah.
Give Portsmouth the win, send Leicester down. I find it so funny that they're moaning their fans are now.
To be fair, Benjamin Bloom really bigs us up.
Oh, he does. Yeah. Brilliant.
He's very good, yeah.
And he's an Ipswich fan, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he's well pleased with the way we've gone. He thinks we've got it done. So,
do you think by Portsmouth game when we are champions, we do them a favour to make Leicester struggle?
we ain't going to want to lose at home, are we?
To be honest, I think Portsmouth will make a game of it if they think they got a chance.
Yeah.
Staying up. So it's going to be a tough game, regardless of where they are. Rock the Casbah says, whoa, we've got Ken and Claudio. Whoa, Ken Dodd in the middle. Whoa, never his tickle stick away. So I don't know. I think our fans are losing it.
You'd have to put the tune to that.
I do wonder. Mark Friel says, even all, don't worry, Claudio. I was like you years ago, being the jinx. And I've not seen us lose since we lost to Swansea at home last season. I used to be the same years ago with the radio. If I couldn't get to a game, we'd be winning. And if I put the radio on, we'd always lose. And I used to blame me for tuning in.
You know, Claudia, you're on about fans losing it there. Oh, our fans losing it. Anne Joyner rang me yesterday and she said that they went to the casino after the game and Mark's card wouldn't work at the bar. And they've had a bit of a rubbish week. Something's happened in their life and they've had a real bad week. Anyway, Mark was at the bar and he tried his card and it wouldn't work. It's worked all day. It worked down at the bar, Dylan's where I am. It worked in the ground. They went to the casino, it wouldn't work. And this bloke said to him, stood next to him, he said, "Don't worry, I'll get you them." And he paid for his drinks. And they never got his name. So, but well done to that Cov fan. If you're watching the show, brilliant. You made their week because they've had a rubbish week.
It's
So our
fantastic.
fans are ace.
Yeah.
Our
Very
fans are
kind.
ace. Yeah.
I'm gonna try that next time I'm at the bar.
That's what I normally do to Claudio when he gets in the park. His car's never working. I normally end up buying it.
Salop CCFC says, I really hope Claudio breaks his duck tomorrow and we win, can put this to bed and can enjoy all those Prem adventures next season. I went to Hull last year and we should have won and we drew 1-1 with that goal with a few minutes to go at the end. So
yeah. I just hope you don't wear that silly shirt he's wearing now.
Well, that's one thing. I've been wearing the same gear also. I mean, it has been washed, I've got to say, but the same outfit
Yes.
every game. And so I've got to keep wearing that. From the TV, it looked like a pen instantly or instantaneously. That's a long word, isn't it? It was only after I thought not. VAR next year, says Salop CCFC. Rushworth was punished for excellent goalkeeping, so the ref had a shocker. Only takes one mistake to destroy a game. Luckily, it didn't matter in the end.
Yeah, luckily it didn't matter. But yeah.
Rob Murray says, the season so far should be remembered as a squad effort as players have come in when required, done a job. Frank has really instilled confidence into these players, 100%. So proud to wear sky blue. Oh, definitely. Steve Berry says, is it me or Sky Sports anti-Cov? Even when we're live on Sky, they just talk about the other team.
It's all about Wrexham.
Scott, they never even have an ex-Cov player as a pundit. The only time they do is Clinton Morrison.
Yeah, that's it.
Because he's always on.
Yeah, they don't have.
Well, don't they have Dion Dublin on there?
No, have they? When did they have him on?
No, Sky.
They said they should.
BBC
should have
him
Oh,
on.
they should. Sorry, yeah. You know, they should. They should Dion. Yeah. And then he could do his Homes Under the Hammer at the same time.
Yeah.
Luke Carter, kitchens like that dad playing footy on the kids' sports day.
Right.
Well done, Luke.
Rob Mason says, did you notice the second tier never ever sorry did that, yes. Don't worry, I noticed.
You've got something against them, you have.
It's funny because I get messages from people saying they've not mentioned us. Don't make me go and listen to it. Mark Rainbow, famous reggae boy and all-star Cov right winger Chris Birchall was also Stokey Well, Stone, but that's near enough. Stone is a dreadful place.
He was Trinidad and Tobago.
Was he?
Yeah.
Yes, he was, wasn't he? Yeah.
He weren't a reggae boy. He was a Trinidad and Tobago. Sorry, Mark.
He didn't look like he come from Trinidad and Tobago, did he? Paul Stratton.
No.
It's now just about getting results. Performances are relevant. Job was done by November. Now time to enjoy this while the others cancel each other out. I was saying to Miles, it'd be interesting when we look back on it and whoever gets second or mainly third, and we go, oh, look at that. 83 points would have got us promotion. You know what I mean? When you look back because that's what could happen, couldn't it? Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd actually got promoted a month ago.
Personally, I think Millwall will got a great chance now. Get that second spot.
I hope it's us, Middlesbrough and Millwall that go up though.
Yeah, I just think
Yeah.
I think Middlesbrough missed the boat. I think
We don't want any parachute payment teams going up.
No, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
I think Middlesbrough have gone.
I do.
I think they've mentally gone since that day, since that night we beat them, where they could have gone 5 points clear, and we've gone like that. They've gone like that. They've completely bombed.
8 wins and 9, isn't it? We've had.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would be so worried being a Borough fan now because I know Ipswich got these games in the hand. They've got to get the points, but they probably will, and they're going to push them, aren't they? Now, and they're the team who are struggling, aren't they? Out of all the teams in that group, I mean, Hull are in the mix. We're going there tomorrow night. They're still in the mix. You know, they're dangerous game tomorrow night.
And Southampton as well. Remember, they didn't play at the weekend, did they? But they're up there as well.
Yeah, Martin King, 3-game menu for me Monday. Ipswich at home, then Birmingham followed by Swansea v Borough, and then the main event. It's like the boxing, isn't it? Tomorrow.
Yeah, the undercards and then the main event.
That's right. BCFC says Birmingham have given in the managers, lost the players. Ipswich will win at a canter. Of course, Borough have to play Ipswich. That'll be the one.
Ipswich have got to play Norwich.
Yeah. This is not going to be easy. Local derby.
At Carrow Road.
Assassinat said, let's not worry about Southampton, Ipswich, Middlesbrough. We're champions elect.
Well, that's it. It'd be nice to just sit back and watch the rest battle for second place, wouldn't it? Let's just get us over the line.
Got to say, Southampton played well against Arsenal last night.
They did, didn't they?
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That annoying,
Arsenal,
that one that Sky were waving. Sorry, Scott, carry on.
Sorry. Arsenal too busy just passing it around, and then Southampton just caught them on the break.
Yeah.
Why were they wearing the yellow kit?
I ain't got a clue.
I don't know what happened there because Southampton were home.
It was a special kit, I think, because they didn't even have the names on the back of the shirts.
Oh, right. Must have been
something.
Must have been something,
maybe. I don't.
maybe
Yeah.
anniversary or something.
Talking of kits, are we going to actually wear that chocolate kit before the end of the season or not? Is it just
I don't know.
Worst kit of all time.
I thought they'd brought that as a fourth kit, but maybe they just brought it out to.
Because you'll buy it, yeah.
Yeah.
I still say they marketed it wrong. It was the most legendary kit of all time.
It was very popular back then, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's not really the right
yeah.
kit, but
Yeah. 79 FA Cup kit.
Oh, so when the one time they've won it. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
There you go.
Oh, did they play Arsenal?
It was 50 years on their anniversary. See, I didn't watch it, so I didn't know. That's why I asked the question.
Yeah.
I was seeing the highlights this morning.
Oh, Southampton played in yellow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, I didn't see it. Yeah, when they beat Man United, yeah, they wore yellow. That's right.
Man United, wasn't it? Yeah, I couldn't remember who they played. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a commemorative shirt. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? If we do something next season, because it's 45 years, isn't it, next season?
Yes,
No.
it'd be nice. It'd be nice
40
to
years.
see
45 years.
nice to see what sort
45
of
years? 40 years.
40,
Oh, I
40
can't believe
years.
40 years. 40
40
years.
years.
40 years next season.
Be nice to see how the
That'd be
Premier
nice.
League back on the kit.
What? 40 years. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but the Premier League badge ain't as nice as the one when we were first in the Premier League, is it? It's just round flipping sticker with a lion's head on it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're getting old, lads.
Well, we know that. Cameron De Rossi, Claudio, who would you want for Italian international team manager? Ancelotti would be my choice.
Have we really got to talk about Italy?
Don't know if you saw Frank Lampard on Sky after the game, but he changed my mind on play of the season. I've been set on Rushy, but Matt Grimes takes it for me. Listen to Lampard and see if he doesn't change your mind. I won't read that out, Paul Ackerman, on this show. There could be children watching it, but it's a funny joke. Kevin Turner, as said above, Borough are the best passing team in the division. So good that automatic now passing them by. We've been at least 4 points clear of third from the end of October. Paul Stratton's not happy with the song. He says it's crap and very dated.
Fans like it. So someone put in earlier, it's not relevant. Well, it is, because nothing's going to stop us now, is it? It's relevant. Isn't it?
It's because it was number one in the 80s when we won.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
This is
It
why,
was,
Mark.
but also, it is. That's why I want to push it. And also, nothing's going to stop us now, is it?
Yeah, and Rob Mason says Starship.
Claudio, what was number one when we got Claudio? Sorry, what was it? So what was number one when we got promoted back in the 60s to the top division?
67. I'll have to have a look. Yeah, but I mean,
Well, go on then, have a look.
Oh, I'm just happy it wasn't Jive Buddy. That would be terrible, wouldn't it? I want to have a look in a second. Daz Costello used to love your films. Great show, guys. Would you take Trippier next season? Tell you, when I saw him, that has been released. I don't know you guys. You can discuss this because he's 35. But when I didn't realise he was 35. When I saw this was a possibility, I actually thought, you know, that wouldn't be a bad signing. But he is 35.
Oh, hold on a minute. You've just said you wouldn't sign Hamer because he's too old.
I know.
But now you're signing a 35-year-old in Trippier.
I didn't realise he was that old. That's what surprised me. So I don't know what you guys think.
No, too old.
Right, carry on while I find out.
You can't build a team around him, can you? Because he plays out left.
Yeah, he's only about an inch taller than the Silver, isn't he?
The Silver, so you can't know. Go on, Ken.
I think I've got an answer for you, Claudia.
Go on then.
I've just put into my system here, and it's got the happening by the Supremes. I presume it's May.
No. That was a B-side to Baby Love.
Well, May 1967. Would it about May time?
No, that was a B-side anyway to Baby.
Okay, well, later on in May, after that was the Young Rascals.
Yeah, but we need to know the date because it'd be the date.
Yeah.
The date that you got promoted.
Okay, Puppet on a String by Sandy Shaw.
Oh, I wonder if one day that just see that.
I think I'll find that's in May. Well, you do have a look, but
you host the show and I'll just look.
You have a look.
Right, well, Paula Collins says Harvey Elliott. He's just sitting doing nothing at Villa.
Oh.
Well, he's sitting doing nothing at Villa for a reason, isn't he? Where's Scott gone?
Actually, where's Scott gone? His light's gone out.
Scott's alive. Claudio's gone.
Yeah, Claudio's gone now as well. Right, go on in, Ken. Carry on.
Anyway, yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I think the number one was anyway, but I'm sure he'll come back and tell you that. But what I was going to ask you, obviously, we all think it's probably going to be Blackburn, don't we? That's going to be the game. That we're going to do it. Possibly, it might be two, might be that's for promotion, and we're going to probably have another game maybe for to win the league. So, would that be your proudest moment, Miles, in your career watching Coventry City? If when we win the league, get out,
mate. This season has just been. It's been out of this world, and yeah, it would be. It would be 87 hands down, and I think that this year has just been something I'd never ever thought I'd ever see in my lifetime. That our club would be top of the table in the Championship. I know it's only the Championship. People say, well, it's not the Premier League, but this is an old trophy that we could be lifting. It was the first division before the Premier League. It was the highest league at the time, and we might be putting our hands on that amazing trophy, and it is just unbelievable. And I think to top it all off for me is I've had the pleasure of DJing for the Sky Blue Army, which has just been phenomenal. It's just topping it off completely. It's what dreams are made of. It is out of this world to be able to entertain the Sky Blue Army and keep the party going before and after the game. It's just brilliant. Whenever we do it, we do it. I want us to do it at Sheffield Wednesday. I want us to seal promotion at against Sheffield Wednesday at home, because I think it's only right to finish it at home. But I want us to win we probably won't win the league at Blackburn, because we've got to wait for other results. And I think that happened in 67 as well, where we played and we didn't know until the following day or something that we won in 67. So I think that's how it's going to be. I think it will probably be the same as 67, where we won't know if we've won it, but we'll know next weekend if we're promoted. Because if results go our way tomorrow, we win tomorrow, we're 15 points clear of third. We go into the Sheffield Wednesday game with 5 games to go. We ain't losing 5 games. Simple as. So we are up next Saturday.
Even if we draw every game.
Yeah.
Very
Best
true.
time ever.
Vicky, would it be your proudest moment? Because you missed obviously 87, didn't you? But be your proudest.
So obviously too young for 80. Yeah, so obviously too young for 87. Started in 93. And definitely, I posted on Facebook the other day, because obviously it was the anniversary of us winning the Checker Trade, and back then, the dream of seeing Coventry City play at Wembley was something I never thought I'd say. And just the journey from there to now has just been incredible, hasn't it? Like just dream after dream getting fulfilled. Like seeing us at Wembley, even like multiple times, promotions, and then like just the dream that we could get back to the Premier League, and then to do it like this, like top of the league. So we've been top of the league other than a couple of days since October. It's just incredible. Like, and this just like so the dreams are made of, aren't it? And I think the thing is, like, we obviously had the title winning League One campaign, but that got curtailed, and we never got. I felt really emotional on Friday night, because on Friday night I thought, right, this is pretty much done now. From now to the end of the season, this is just about celebrating this, and no one can take that away from us now. And so it's just special. And like Miles said earlier, the only thing now that can top it is when we get to Europe. That's my next dream. But at the minute, I'm just like, living life. This is special.
Look forward to the parade in May. Scott, obviously you weren't 87, were you? So
no, I was born in 98.
You'd be your proudest moment then, I take it.
I'd say this season, out of everything.
Yeah.
Because, just the transition of it all.
Yeah.
Start the season, we just fly in. Yeah, we've had a sticky patch, but everyone has a sticky patch when they're at the top.
Yeah.
And then,
to be honest,
just to finish it off strong.
We weren't off the top for very long, were we? No.
No, and everyone was saying our wheels had fallen off.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they soon got put back on.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we're flying now.
Exactly. Now, Claudia,
yeah,
yeah. So
We've
I
been-
quite agree. I'm struggling to believe how it's gone this season. It's been more than I expected. I expected probably playoffs, but to be top of the league for how long we've been top of the league, which is 90% of the season, then it's just amazing, absolutely amazing. They've been the most consistent team, and simple as that. Claudio, you've seen plenty of ups and downs like myself. Would this be the proudest moment? Would it better 87?
Yeah, like I said earlier, I just think as an achievement, you won't see another season. I don't think I'll see another season like this in my lifetime. I'm hoping I'll never see another promotion in my lifetime now, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I hope I don't see another relegation. I just want to stay in that top flight. We had a great stint the first time, 34 seasons, 9 days. There were 9 last day games where we needed to stay up, basically, on the last day. When the Premier League started, our average position was 15th. So it wasn't a massive struggle like people think it was. We had some good years in the Premier League, to be honest.
Yeah.
I just think it's going to be a lot harder now. We know that. But half the division are okay. They're not brilliant. I mean, I watch enough of it. You know, you
surely compete with the teams like Bournemouth, West Ham, teams like that. I think we compete with even Everton.
I would like it'd be nice to get a kind start to the season where I know some people go, oh God, what awful fixtures they are. We've got Bournemouth. And they're not easy teams by no stretch of the imagination. But what I don't want is what people are hoping probably Man City, Newcastle, Liverpool, Arsenal, because they're desperate to play them. I'm thinking, no, I don't want Villa first game of the season at all.
No.
Yeah, I want Villa around about an international break is when I want Villa. Teams like that where they've got players all around the world coming back.
Probably going to get Villa first game season you watch.
Well, this is what I don't want. I think if we can get like Sunderland had West Ham at home, didn't they? You want a game like that where you think we've got a chance here to just kickstart the season. I know we're not even promoted yet; it's not happened yet, has it? But I think it's been brilliant. It's been absolutely brilliant, and it's the best that I can remember in terms of drama and everything.
Yeah. Who'd have thought that when Big Doug come in and got rid of Mark Robbins, all the uproar over that? Nobody ever would have thought where we were in that position when Robbins left, that would go on to top the league and win it, really. It's just gone from strength to strength.
But the club were going in the right direction. Yeah. He just had an awful 6 months, basically, where he lost his coaching staff and he didn't put it right, which is why Doug got cheesed off with him.
Yeah.
It's almost like he was being a bit petulant and didn't want to do what the owner had asked him to do. And in the end, the owner got fed up. And in all honesty, on here, we weren't surprised. We kept saying it's going to happen if results don't turn, because Doug, he wants to get in the Premier League. He made that clear. And although some people were reluctant about Frank Lampard, I don't think we're massively against it. And I think, but the problem is with Frank Lampard, the rumours were he was coming anyway. Yeah. We had all these names in the hat, but all along, I think most people knew it was going to be Frank Lampard, which is why Lorna Bailey.
I don't think there's anybody else interviewed. Was there anybody else interviewed? There's only Frank interviewed.
Well, I don't know, but that's why Lorna went off on one, because she accused Doug of not having a plan. Clearly, he had a plan, but he's not going to expose the plan a month before he announces the new manager.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just would have been idiotic, because somebody would have gone, hold on, Frank Lampard's available. Let's get him here.
Yeah.
So I think Frank was waiting for certain things to fall into place, i.e. the 2 guys who were the coaches to be available in the first place to bring them all in.
Yeah.
Whatever people think of Doug King, and he's been great on some things, okay on other things, and a few things a bit like that. It's magnificent what has happened this season. Absolutely magnificent. And it's just, there's so many superlatives I could come out with. And all I know is when I turn up at the CBS, I look at everybody, how happy they are. It's just amazing to see so many happy sky blue fans. That's what makes me feel great. It's wonderful because I know how much people have suffered.
Yeah.
And I know we've got a massive fan base now in terms of new fans and all the rest of people who have come back. I don't care. I really don't care. I want them to fill that stadium.
Yeah.
And I know I can see at least 5 people here used to go to League Two. We've all done that on this show. We've all gone through it. We enjoy the days of rocking up last minute, getting in the ground, all the rest. But you're not telling me we didn't go to the CBS thinking, I wish this was full.
Yeah.
You know, it's
excuse
brilliant.
me, what was number one? What was one in 67 when we got promoted out of Division 2 into Division 1?
Sandy Shaw, Puppet on a String.
Brilliant. Right, now I need to put this right because someone's put in the comments, we've won this league before. Well, we haven't won this league before because this is the Championship and it was the original Division 1. So we haven't won this league before. This is the first time we're going to win this league. So if you look back at the years, it's the old Division 1. We're going to win this league and we're going to win that old trophy. That's it. We're doing it. Claudio, stop saying we ain't done it yet. It's done.
It would be nice to go into a nice new shiny trophy.
It depends how you look at it because it's still classed as the second tier, isn't it?
I know, but it's Division 1, isn't it? They renamed Division 1 Championship and they formed the Premier League separately. They didn't go Division 1 Premier League or Premiership. They went, right, we're forming the Premiership and we're changing Division 1 to the Championship.
I know it is a bit confusing because in terms of second tier, it will be the second time, won't it? I think it's what people are saying.
Yeah, but it's the first time we're winning Division 1.
I don't care as long as we get in the Premier League now.
Any more comments before we wrap it up?
Oh.
Yeah, let's go home. I need to go home.
You're not going to discuss the whole game.
We have. Well, I think we haven't. No, we haven't, have we? We haven't discussed the third goal. We haven't discussed the third goal.
We have discussed the third goal with Vidoni.
I think we need to talk about Hull, really.
Yeah, we ain't talked about Hull. What was it?
We haven't talked about Hull, but we'll talk about Hull. But I was just worried about if you had any more comments, we can come back and talk about
I've got thousands of comments. I can't. Too many to read.
Okay,
all right. I've got to go.
Okay,
let's go. It's just
we are dragging on. It dragged on a little bit tonight.
I'm not getting paid for this. I need to get going.
But to be honest, we've talked about stuff that people have asked us to talk about, so it's good. Anyway, look, are we all going to Hull, by the way?
Yeah.
Vicky, go to Hull.
No, I'm not. I didn't get a ticket for this one.
You're going to do the aftermatch, aren't you?
Yeah, so I'll be. If people can join me at 10, that would be great. So
yeah, we'll join you definitely live at 10 o'clock. Scott, you're going to Hull. Do you see any changes? Would you make any changes for the Hull game?
I'll start right.
Yeah.
EMC on the left. Tats on Yeka Grimes.
Yeah. So the 3 that came on, you'd start, would you?
Yeah. Especially against Hull because they're much more physical side.
How about at the back? Would you bring Latty back? Would you stick with Kitchen?
Yeah, I'll give Kitchen another game.
Yeah.
Just for the height reason as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything else should just stay the same, really.
All right. Okay. What's your prediction for the game score?
I want to go with a 1-0 win.
1-0 win. Okay. Miles, what would you do team-wise?
Yeah, I'd keep the 3 that came on second half. They'd got to come in, and I'd bring Latabodier in. To be honest, Latabodier, I think you got to bring him in place of Kitchen. I'm afraid. Got nothing against Kitchen, but I just think Latty and Bobby have got a better partnership. They stay closer together. They don't drift away from each other. They look a little bit more solid in front of Rushworth. And I think Scott could be right, but I don't copy people's scores, so I will go a clean sheet tomorrow, and I think we'll win 2-0.
Oh, 2-0 win for Miles. Okay.
Yeah.
Vicky,
2-0.
Vic, how do you see it going? Team-wise, Miles, do you think, would you bring the players in, or would you stick with the team that he started against Derby?
I agree with Miles. I'd bring Natty in, so I'd swap Kitchen for Natty. I'd bring EMC in for SA. I'd bring Badoni in. I'd leave Sims up
How about
front
your mate
personally.
Sims? Would
Yeah,
you
I'd
keep
leave
him?
Sims up front. I think that White didn't show enough physicality when he came on. I think away from home against a physical team like Hull.
Yeah.
But yeah, my 3 changes would be Latty, EMC, and Rudy.
Okay.
Everyone else the same.
And your prediction?
Well, see, I was going to go 2-0, but now Miles has said that, so I'm going to have to go 3-0. So we're just going to like working up the.
We've not allowed to normally copies me, so. Claudio, what would you do?
Same as Miles. Latty comes in. I think I would put Wright up front for this one, purely because I think we'll sit maybe a bit deeper, play on the break. EMC to come in for SA, and Redoni plays instead of Eccles. Start with that lot and see how we get on. But I will predict a draw tomorrow night.
Oh, one each.
Purely because it's at Hull and they are still battling to stay in the playoff positions. They've got plenty to play for, and it's going to be a really tough evening, really tough night. I'll be happy with the draw, to be honest. I'll take a point.
1-1, then you go.
Can we clip that section where he says, "I'll bring Latty in"?
Jamaican international.
Exactly.
Me, I'm going for a win. I'm going for a 3-1 Sky Blue victory. I think we'll have too much for them. I've seen some of their game against Oxford. I watched the highlights. They didn't play particularly well against Oxford. I mean, Oxford looked quite good at home, to be honest. They could have won that game. But I think we'll have too much for them. I think we'll go there full of confidence. After all the results have come in, we'll have to play again. And I think we'll get the 3 points over the line and another step towards the league title. So there you go. That's my prediction. And that's about it, I think. Any more gossip?
I think that's it, because we got to go and get the coach in a minute, me and Miles.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I know you're leaving early, but come on.
I've got to fill up the hip flask and get me treat bags ready and stuff.
All right, that's it then.
Got to get an early night, man.
Just remind you that Claudio is going to Hull, unfortunately. So if you do see him, wish him the best of luck, because he's not very much of a lucky charm for us. But if we do lose, we know who we're going to come for after the game. I can't guarantee your place on the coach on the way back if we lose.
I got plenty of abuse at Wrexham after the game as well.
Tell you what, if we lose, I've got this special roll of black tape, and I'm taping him to the back of the bus for the whole ride home to the outside of the coach. And he's going to be on the back of the coach, so any coaches that are following him or cars, they can throw bottles at him.
So what are the predictions, Ken? What did you say?
I'm going for 3-1.
Miles was 2-0. Vicky?
3-0.
Scott, did you give one?
1-0.
1-0, and I've gone for a draw. Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know what Jack will pick is. I'm sure, and he'll put it on the table for our end of season table awards, if you like. And that's it. Yeah, so we're all off after eating all our Easter eggs and Easter Sunday dinner. We're all off to Hull tomorrow. And what are you shaking your head at for? Go on.
No one bought me an Easter egg.
Oh, didn't they?
Oh.
No.
I've still got 1, 2, 3 here to eat, so I'll have to. No, I haven't really. I've only had one.
I never got an Easter egg.
Oh well, I'm sure they'll be watching this, and I'm sure they'll go out and buy you half price one tomorrow in the shops. Half price. Anyway, look, that's it. We've got to go because time's catching up on us. We'll all be at Hull tomorrow night. Remember, late kickoff, 8 o'clock kickoff. Vicky will be doing the after show tomorrow night. So if you got angry with Claudio, you can get on to Vicky about it, and I'm sure we'll try and get him on to get a comment on the way back. But yeah, good luck to Sky Blues. Good luck to the Sky Blue Army travelling to Hull. We'll be back. Our next live show will be Thursday night, Miles, and where we're discussing the aftermath of the weekend. So enjoy it, and a big Sky Blue Army. Big play up Sky Blues 2-all. And good night.
Good night.
We are top
Good
of the
night.
league.
Sky Blue Fans TV.